This program is brought to you by Montefrio Garden Resort, your Highland escape.
Ventosa Law Office of Attorney Jose Vicente C. Ventosa III. For appointments, please call 0922 Ventosa or 0922-83-68672. Callers Flower Shop, Rigodon West for wellness, events, sports, and trainings.
Mabuhay ug
Mabuhay ug
madayaw.
Welcome to ABCD, episode 22 na tayo, July 19, 2026.
Yeah, kaya mo na kanta ni Taylor Swift in the lyrics nga, I don't know about you, but I'm feeling 22.
Mag-ora ba
Yeah.
ito siya na unsa? Nagpakasal, no? Pila gasto ato niya, 1 million ba to? Sa New York,
Wala ko kasabot, dollars kaayo.
Yeah, dollars. Hindi man lang tayo inimbita, no? Kahit
Oh my
naman lang
God.
online.
Pero sige lang, kay
Sige lang.
trending man gyapon until na wala sila ka-get over anang
Yes.
marriage nila Taylor Swift at iyahang
Yeah,
partner na
si
kaniyang
ano ba yung-
husband.
Hopefully, they will have a long and happy and peaceful marriage. Kaya napakamahal pa naman ang gastos nila.
Mm-mm.
Yes.
Yeah. Pero lisod ra baya kung na may something wrong,
Yeah,
just like
okay.
everyone else, ma-end up sa divorce pero wala may divorce
Oo.
diri sa Pilipinas, no?
Doon lang sa kanila. Ewan ko kung ano ba, may prenuptial agreement ba sila kasi ang daming pera ni Taylor Swift. Ewan ko lang yung husband niya kung madatong din ba yun.
We're not sure
Yes.
kung pila
Yeah.
ang iyang net worth sa iyang
Net worth.
husband, but I'm sure lipay na sila sa ilahang relationship until they're
Oo.
legally married.
Yeah, biro mo naman. 1 million ang gasto sa kasal. Wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
Dollars,
Anyway.
hadli pesos. Kung pesos man, sus, lugi pa.
Oo. Times 61 something. Grabe.
Oh, gani.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
anyway,
Okay.
jokes
Yes.
aside, it is a very good start na abi ninyo siguro dili mi kabalo sa mga latest trends. We're trying.
Yeah,
Bisan
yeah.
kung ano yung among mga edad, but at least we get to relate, bisan dili mi ka-relate.
Okay.
Anyway, so we are streamed over the Facebook page and YouTube channel of Kadangpan Digital.
And of course, Davao Lawyer Facebook page and Davao Lawyer YouTube channel.
For those who have just tuned in and also who just watched the replay, please comment down below kung asa mo na himutang, nananaw, and we'll try our best to greet you in the most possible way for our episodes. And kung namoy suggestions, kung sa inyong bot i-feature, and we'll try our best. Pero syempre, very frugal kaayo ming duha kay lisod ra baya kay naanasad ang problem sa Strait of Hormuz, attorney.
Kaya tinitignan ko yung mga presyo ng gasolina, hindi na bumababa ng 70, 71, 72, 73, 74. Agoy, bugat gihapon kaayo. Mahal gihapon, 70 plus, no? Bot kumubaba pa ba na siya?
Yeah. I hope the crisis will end in the most possible way. Not now, but very soon. Unta
Yes,
untang
yes.
nini nga maong gubot na wala ko kasabot. Kadaghan na tagga na problema na atong nga ginamonitor magdungag pa sa crisis in taon.
Yes, yes. Oo. So if you just join us, just watching ABCD. This is AB Attorney Blue Ventosa and
And CD Carlo Dolier at your service, ang inyong abang lingkod kay naglingkod man mi virtually.
Naglikod man me. So what do we have in store for them this episode, CD?
It's food, interview, and a heart-to-heart conversation ang atong i-feature for this week. Simply
Okay.
because kay gigutom naman ta. So join us for the next hour as you will join us for a Sunday Habit every Sunday Habit matagal 5 sa hapon on your respective Facebook newsfeed. kung napadaan lang mo sa amo ang program, just sit back, relax while you're preparing your panihapon.
Yes, and if you're watching the replay, also comment replay and tell us where you're watching from para malaman namin kung saan kayo nanonood at kung gusto niyo pa shoutout, i-greet din namin kayo sa next episode.
Yes. So we'll go on first and foremost kay pambungan din ng pagkaon.
Yes.
While we prepare sa to ang pagpanihapon for this weekend, we go on first with our pagkain segment.
Alright.
And mautog gani nga nagdugayan ko uli no kay syempre we wanted na mag-relax ko na
Yes.
although human naman good ang event from 2 weeks ago I believe pero
Yeah.
I wanted to spend the rest then may nalang gani nakadaginot ako fare sa bus kay nakihitch ako sa akong kaila.
Maayo. Oo. So, merong tuloy na pangbili ng pagkain at pagsample ng mga cuisine dyan sa nadaan mo, CD, no?
Yes.
Yeah.
But of course, this is very unique no kay syempre gutumon man ta on a trip going home pero syempre gastop over naman pud mi sa mga pasyalan that we wanted to go pero syempre lunch ra ba and dinner ang among ginaadtuan. So for this starters, ang mga stopover for lunch at that time, diya sa may Malay-Balay, Bukidnon. And of course, pag abot sa panihapon na nag-stop over mig Valencia, diya man mi nag-overnight, nag-dinner man pod mi dito sa usa ka
Alright.
kantaan.
Parang nagugutom na ako sa mga binabanggit mo, CD.
So let's begin by
Okay.
featuring this video. Check this out.
Welcome to Mesa Place here at Malay-Balay, Bukidnon.
Alright. Ayun. Mauna gyud ang literal na pangalan.
Oh, ganun pala talaga. Tuna is the place. Is the place.
Literal gyud siya nga place.
Literal yun. Oo. Ayan,
Oo.
no? Nakakagutom.
But not
So,
only
kumusta
that,
naman? Oo. What did you eat there, CD, sa inyong?
tuna and
Mhm.
also dagan po sabaw.
Okay. So is this along the highway lang ba? Parang
Yes, that's the
siguro
main
din.
branch niya sa
Oh.
Malay-Balay.
Wow. Wow, 4 na rice. Marami ba kayo na pa yan sa
Marami kami.
tinola?
Naman po is nasisig ang inilaw.
Okay. Oh, nice. Oh, napay Yung di ba na? Ang saan naaday sila na?
Spanish latte ako dito.
Spanish latte. Oo.
So, it's also within the tuna is the place.
Okay. Kape. Tip. Oh, nice. Mhm.
And after that, nag-stop over man mi sa Valencia.
Valencia.
Overnight.
Okay.
Diya mi nagkaon og dinner.
Oo. Ano din ang dito? Serving anong klaseng food?
Indays, kamalig, seafood, and
Seafood food.
oo. Naman po yan, mga pasalubong man po. Chicken and
Okay.
seafood, please. Oo.
Chicken and seafood place na siya. Okay, nice. Yan.
Dami.
Ano ninyo?
Apoy calamares.
Calamares, your favorite, no? Oo,
Yes.
kanya chicken barbecue.
Inasal.
Inasal. Oh.
Yung
Uy,
halo-halo.
buko halo-halo. Wow.
Yes.
Nagugutom na talaga ako.
And then,
Oh.
syempre, fresh buko juice.
Okay. Fresh buko juice.
Oo.
Yan. So, ito yung mga kasabay mo, CD.
Yes, kadungan po namo na actually.
Ayan.
Timing kayo.
Timing, no? Oo.
Oo.
Wow.
Refreshing.
Sige, kung magpunta tayo ulit ng CDO, daan tayo dyan.
Pwede, oo.
Oo.
So that is two of the places that I share
Nice.
para sa inyo.
Mm.
It's just short but sweet.
Oo.
Siyempre, whenever you're mapadaan naman mo, unya gutomon man pud mo, you
Mm.
can always find eatery or di kaha kanang famous nga kan-anan sa locality.
Oo, si Tuna is the place ug si Inday's Kamali. Yun sa
Yes.
Valencia. Oo,
So
ayan.
speaking of katong syempre naiduha ka branch baya ang Tuna is the place to be specific.
Okay. Oo,
Pero
saan
ang
yan?
among gikan-an is diya sa
Ito,
main,
main
sa
dito sa
Kalasungay sa
Balay-Balay.
Balay-Balay.
Oo,
Samtang
asa
ang
day?
isa
Oh,
katong
asa?
sa Kasisang.
Saan ba day Kasisang?
It's also within Malay-Balay kanang very far.
Balay-Balay ra pod. Oo.
Oo. Just
Okay.
dili pa kaabot og 1 kilometer from the katong main
The main
branch.
Okay. Oo. So nice,
So,
no?
Yan.
Alright.
So mao to it is parang dili kaayo mahaba pero okay
Ang
naman.
ano niya, CD, kumusta ang presyo nila doon? Okay lang din ba? Affordable ba ang mga
Well,
presyo nila?
Well, okay naman for the record kay syempre
Oo.
actually gilibre man na sa amua.
Oo. Alam mo na yung pinakalami ng libre, always kinalami.
Lagi, oo.
Oo.
Pero speaking of that, before I go on to that next segment, I think medyo on legal matters naman po, kay syempre, although masinata aning mga pagkaon nga ginapost sa Facebook, especially na may mga ingon natong menus on their post
Page nila,
regarding
post.
appetizer, main course, specifically man pod sa commercials, but of course pag ato man pod sa actual na restaurant, although di man tanan restaurant ingon ana, pero syempre dili siya same sa ginapakita man gyud. So I think it is also ginatawag man pod og false advertising sa terminology sa uban, no? But in the legal matters, what can be the probable na penalties or probable cause nga ang actual dili parehas sa commercial?
Ang normal talaga natin ma-experience CD, no, yung serving size, no, at tulad ng yung pritong manok or yung fried chicken, yung drumstick, akala nyo napakalaki, or yung mga diyan na mga sisig na napakarami tapos konti lang pala, no. So yun ang usually, no, but it's not actually really false kasi meron tayong parang kapag sa unang panahon yung nasa palengke tayo may konting exage, di ba? Lami kay ni bulabas gyud ni murag ana, no. So unless siguro na kanang lahi gyud siya kintay isulti niya nga kanang pork siya tapos dili day siya pork, or beef tapos dili day siya beef, that's already false advertising. But to a certain extent meron parang konting commercialism na leeway ibibigay natin sa mga restaurants, no. And doon lang siguro kapag yun masira na yung ating tiyan or hindi talaga masarap, it could be an actionable wrong. If I'm not mistaken, kadalasan, if not lahat ng mga restaurant, meron yan silang parang insurance na kung may magkasakit, may ma-poison or simbako na ay mamatay, nagi na sila ka ng standby nga insurance nga para mabayaran ng mga nagreklamo. Although alam natin meron din yung mga false na mga complaint, di ba? Yung nagsabi na ay may cockroach, may langaw, ano pa ito, ganyan, panis na or something. So it goes both ways, no? But I think it's ang pinakamaganda talaga siguro na advertisement is through word of mouth pa rin, no? Yung mga kakilala natin, yung nakapunta na doon or nakatry na ng restaurant na yan, kasi they're the best advertisement for these restaurants. Kaya merong mga restaurants na may mga parang mga freebies kung ilang beses ka na nagbalik, or kung meron kang ganito na amount na i-order, meron kang free na dessert. So, kanya-kanyang ano na lang talaga yan. In so far as ano naman, dito siguro sa Pilipinas, hindi naman ganoon kadami yung parang nagfo-false advertising, but we have this mga, if ever, no, pwede tayong magpunta sa DTI or dito sa ating mga health offices sa mga locality, pwede tayong magreklamo doon, or kahit man lang ipablatter na lang natin sa police, let's say kung gabi na, kung saan tayo napadaan, at para ma-record lang siya, CD.
Alright. Pero ayan lang siguro nga buhatan o content kung mag-feature mo og restaurant unya buhatan na nag-uso anang eat and run kay murag mali ra baya.
Yeah, actually in law, if we order something from a hotel or restaurant and hindi tayo magbayad, it's estafa. No, kay murag ano naman, given naman kung mupalit ta, so usually diha naman ta ang mukaon ta, diha naman ta mobayad after ka mukaon, although na ay mga restaurants o mga establishments na pay as you order, di ba? Pero nasa batas natin kung yung mga restaurants na yung diyan ka na mag-pay after you eat, then you eat and run, 1, 2, 3 nimo, estafa na siya, kaya bantayan ninyo yan, no? Lalo na siguro kapag mga big establishments, yung mga hotels, ganyan, kay naagi na sila yung mga legal or naapagi na sila yung mga bouncer or sa diya na mo ugukod sa inyo, ha.
Oo, liability ra baya na.
Oo, may CCTV na rin ngayon, no? So baka nakakaya naman. So at least siguro mag-offer ka na lang maghugas ng pinggan or what, maglinis doon.
Not unless kung na kayo kanang igo sa budget nimo, ang budget nimo nahimo na nga madak-an.
Oo. So at least kung sabihin mo na ay utangin ko na lang, utang lang siya, wala naman nakukulong sa utang. Pero kung gi-eat and run mo, no, gi 1, 2, 3 mo, yan, talaga yan, estafa talaga yan, no? So in fact, yung ating naririnig ngayon, yung nagpapagasolina, nagpa-full tank, tapos nagsibat din, hindi nagbayad sa gas station, yon, estafa din yun.
Okay. Maulagi. Pero
Yes.
di na lang nato siguro i-take risk ang uban no nga katong makita man nila sa Facebook or Instagram nga katong eat and run na content. Liable gihapon ang taong nagbayad sa it's either restaurant, sa hotel, or dili ka sa delivery. Grabe
yes,
man.
din naman. Oo, yun. Delivery, may delivery na rin pala ngayon.
Oo.
Ayan.
Alright, for the meantime, kay syempre, at least na klaro naman gud ang tanan, no? Regarding sa legal liabilities, regarding sa food, diretso na ta sa ato ang laing segment we call on panauhin.
Ayun, tingnan natin.
And of course, as Miss Cagayan de Oro 2026 activities are yet to be established by next month. Pero syempre, I wouldn't miss the chance nga. I think you have remembered that we mentioned about sa isa ka candidate nga nag-join sa usa ka pageant last year. Karon she is representing Barangay Ipunan, Cagayan de Oro City. So I think you're interested to know about the person na nganong ni join og Miss Cagayan de Oro 2026 attorney.
Yes, oo. So, I'm really excited to watch this kasi hindi ko pa ito napanood, and I know na she's also a very, very beautiful, talented, and with much potential, no? Bata pa rin kasi. So, anong pangalan nitong ating CD, ating panauhin na interview mo?
Let's watch the interview of one of the candidates of Miss CDO 2026 representing Barangay Ipunan, Cagayan de Oro City, Miss Catherine Jane Young. May galawang adlaw, mabuhay o madayaw, pero wala ko sa dakbayan sa Davao. Because I'm here for another interview, but I saw a very familiar face because she had joined a pageant from last year, but now she is joining one of the official candidates of Miss CDO 2026. None other than representing Barangay Ipunan, Cagayan de Oro City, Catherine Jane Young. Mabuhay ug madayaw.
Hello, mabuhay! I am Catherine Jane Young and I'm proudly representing Barangay Ipunan. Thank you so much, sir.
Yes, nice to see you after almost a year.
No, we met last September.
Yeah, almost a year.
Yes, last year.
Almost
last
a year.
2025.
So, I'm quite intrigued why you had joined Miss CDO 2026.
Well, actually, I am from Cagayan de Oro City, and last year I represented my Lola's barangay in Iligan. That's why right now I'm trying to this opportunity in my own hometown.
Yes, if given the chance that you will be crowned as if ever a successor Kaloy po ni Gwyneth Jemima Chan, what's your advocacy you'd like to give for our fellow Cagayanons?
Well, my advocacy was named Light Within. It is about the importance of mental health because as someone who have diagnosed as with depression last 2019, I really want to let my fellow Higala to know how important mental health to us because I truly believe that health is wealth.
Okay, so right now, for the record, is the second public appearance sa inyong Miss CDO. Pero compared to the previous pageant, what's being unique for Miss CDO 2026 and another batch of your fellow sister candidates na inyo na banding karon?
Yes, another batch of 11 beautiful sisters, and I'm very happy to have another friends, unlock another opportunities, and unlock another extraordinary memories with them.
Yeah. Compared now and to the previous, how's the feeling you've been interviewed by someone who is not from Northern Mindanao?
Well, right now I'm very happy to meet you again for the second time, and also I'm kind of nervous for my journey, but I'm enjoying every bit of my journey right now.
Yes. And of course, if you would describe Cagayan de Oro City in one word alongside with its slogan that we know as the City of Golden Friendship, what is it and what it also resonates your personality?
That would be I am humbled. I see my own city also as a humble city where everyone is just simply living their lives, and also aside from that, I am very happy to reconnect with these people and to know more about my very own hometown. And actually, I'm still new, or I just went here in Cagayan since 2019, but since then, here in Cagayan de Oro, I've met a lot of genuine friends, and I'm very grateful with that. And of course, I'm very grateful to have another opportunity with another big city after my Miss Iligan pageant.
Yes. Kindly invite na lang sa tuwang mga viewers for our fellow Cagayanons for the official schedule of activities sa prelims up to the Grand Coronation Night.
Yes. On August 1, we will be having our billboard up on Cagayan Bridge, and also August 1 will be our preliminary competition. You just need to stay tuned for the location because it's not yet ready to be announced. And our coronation night would be on August 22. And again, stay tuned. You can actually follow the Miss Cagayan de Oro page so you will be updated.
Alright.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, and I wish you all the best. Catherine Jane Young. Alright.
Alright.
Tapos na.
She's I am very impressed na she's very honest yung napagdaanan niya na depression daw CD, and I think she also underwent under professional care, kaya hindi kasi natin dapat na kumpiyansahan itong ating yung ating depression or mental health, kaya lalo na ngayon no, sa mga kabataan na baka mag-lead into suicide or magsakitan nila sarili nila or yun lagi na yung katulad na ano natin sa ibang lugar na parang nagsakit sila ng ibang tao, no? Yun ang mahirap doon, CD.
Yeah, lisod ba yan, no? Especially
Oo.
that what's happening today to our Filipino youth sa mga recent incidents that
Oo.
we cannot
So,
deny is beyond control.
The debate continues kung papagamit pa ba sila ng gadgets, ipapa-access pa ba sila ng social media or hindi na. But importante lang siguro ulit yung I think from the parents good, no, na mag-guide sila kasi sometimes alam natin na marami na ring families na broken at dysfunctional, but I think it will not be an excuse din kung single parent ka na lang, father ka na lang or mother na lang na pabayaan mo na rin yung mga anak niyo. By the way, CD, kailan yung kanilang August 1 daw, yung kanilang
August
parang
1 is the preliminary competition, but ang
Oo.
venue is yet to be
Yes.
announced pa.
And coronation nila is August 22,
Yes.
ba? Oo, sayang no kasi sabay din sa kadayawan natin dito sa Davao City.
Pero syempre, hindi naman siguro conflict kasi
Mm-mm.
hanggang August 16 lang naman because the
Ah,
second
sige,
naman
baka
oo.
sasabay siguro ako sa iyo doon kung pupunta tayo doon. August
Kaya if
22.
kung papayag, kung musugot ba ya ang akong ang kailan na ako nag-invite sa ako that time sa
Mm.
World Travel Expo, mora pod siguro. Pero
Yes.
syempre namanggoy limit, so kindly leave it na lang sa mga pageant enthusiasts like me.
Yes, tingnan natin. So we'll cross the bridge when we get there.
Yes. Dili we cross the bridge when there's water na wrong grammar kaayo. Bitaw, ay.
Yes, okay.
So we will pause for a short break. When we return, we will continue our program after these few reminders. Please stay with us.
This program is brought to you by Montefrio Garden Resort, your Highland escape.
Ventosa Law Office of Attorney Jose Vicente C. Ventosa III. For appointments, please call 0922 Ventosa or 0922-83-68672. Callers Flower Shop, Rigodon West for wellness, events, sports, and trainings.
Watch Attorney Blue Ventosa every Friday night in the program ABC Anuncio Batas at Cooperatiba, 7 p.m. every Friday night at Double Lawyer Facebook page and Double Lawyer YouTube channel.
Mabuhay madayaw! I am Attorney Christine Joy Bermudo, your Sinag ng Davao 2026, and you are watching Kadangpan Live with Carlo Valer.
Mabuhay madayaw! Ako si Robin Grace Withoutly, ang inyong patnubay ng Davao 2026. You're watching Kadangban Live with Carlo Dolier.
All right, and we are back.
Yes. So if you just join us, you're watching episode 22 of ABCD. We are already in July 19, 2026. Okay. And this is
Yes.
AB, Attorney Blue Ventosa, and
CD, Carlo Dolier. Of course, you're still
Yes.
watching through the Kadangpan Digital Facebook page, YouTube channel, and Attorney.
Davao Lawyer Facebook page and Davao Lawyer YouTube channel.
Before anything else, Marag, I will go on first with the announcement muna. For me, right before you have a special announcement para sa
Sige.
mga taga-God. So, congratulations to the former pag-asa ng Davao 2024, Fredelma Nova Tinasas Corporal, which nihirang siya as second runner-up on the recently concluded Mutya ng South Cotabato 2026.
Oh, ayun.
Yes.
Congratulations.
Pero ang grand winner
Mm.
for this year ng aforementioned pageant
South Cotabato.
is of course from Pulumulok, to be specific.
Okay. Palomolok. Okay,
Yeah.
congratulations to the winners.
Yes. And of course, attorney,
Yes.
do you have a reminder or invitation sa mga buot learn for something which
Mm-mm.
I am quite curious about it?
Yes, can you please show the poster CD, yung ating ano
Get
ito?
on with it.
Oo. This is a gender and development webinar. So, yours truly, yung resource speaker, no? It will be about gender and development, mga laws and mandates. This has been ongoing for I think about 3 years na. So may mga bago rin tayong natutunan about violence against women and children, yung mga child in conflict with the law, yung mga online sexual assault and explicit materials, and iba-iba pang mga international law. So it is free, no, kapag yung sa small and micro cooperatives, at may bayad naman na 750 lang para sa mga medyo malaki-laki yung assets na co-op. So dyan makikita ninyo yung QR code kung gusto nyo po mag-register. 750 pesos lang po per person per day kasi 2 days po ito. So grab the chance, grab the opportunity and learn, no, kung ano yung ating mga iba pang mga updates on gender and development laws on women and children. Ayan.
Don't forget to screenshot if you want to register, or kung pwede, syempre, pwede ba ninyo i-check ang video na to, then you scan through your phones na lang para mas
Ayan.
easy.
Ayun. So, i-SS nyo na, mga besh. Para
Yes.
maka-join. Yes. Okay.
Alright.
Alright.
So we go on to the next one and we continue with our panauhin segment because ning bagway lamang, and now it is available rabaya for viewing ang entire interview with the concurrent sinag ng Davao 2026, which supposed, of course, kapwa nimo Panyera, si
Yeah,
Attorney
oo.
Christine Joy Bermudo Yu. But of course, we would like to share naman kay, syempre, very meaningful and thoughtful ang inyong Q&A with
Yeah,
Sinag
oo.
ng
Lingaw
Davao,
po.
no?
Oo. Ayan.
Very
So, let's
jolly
watch.
fellow ang atong nakahinabi, no? But let's go on with our first part of this interview of Attorney Blue Ventosa with the Sinag ng Davao 2026, Attorney Christine Joy Bermudo Yu. And at this juncture, we will do our segment that we call Open Mic, which is because we had invited one person who will ask questions to our Sinag ng Davao 2026. Let's all welcome first the Board of Director of Silangan Multipurpose Cooperative, family lawyer since 1998 up to the present, and of course, as usual, addict sa sports. Let's all welcome Attorney Blue Ventosa. Please raise your question.
Yes. Hi, Kadangpan Carlo. Hi, kompanyera. So, maganda na sana yung introduction pero sinabi yung taon kung kailan ako naging abogado. Mag-compute na yan sila ng edad ko. But anyway, hindi naman siguro, hindi sosobra sa waistline ko yung edad ko. And I'm very, very much excited and I'm glad to have the time to be with Carlo and our special guest, no? So we do this from time to time, and I think this is a very special occasion din kasi kompanyera ko nga, I'm very sabi ko itatanong ko, but may mga idea din naman ako because I made some little research on our SINAG. Yan. Okay. So, would you want to start the ball rolling?
You would go on first with your question.
Sige. Do you want the difficult part or the easy part first?
Oh my God!
Sige. Magsimula siguro muna tayo sa yung tanong ko ng karamihan na, were you the first lawyer to join the pageant or meron na ding nakasunod sa'yo na nag-join ng mga lawyers na rin at the time na dito sa Mutya ng Davao natin?
Actually, attorney, when I first joined in 2024, I was informed that I was the first lawyer to join Mutya ng Davao talaga. So, I finished top 15 at that time. So, next the following year, in 2025, Attorney Nikki Luista naman joined Butian ng Davao.
And at the time that you joined last 2024, were you already connected with Napolcom or bagong lawyer ka lang talaga noon?
Actually, bagong lawyer po ako, but before I was with the Supreme Court of the Philippines, sa Office of the Deputy Court Administrator for Mindanao po ako.
So, dito kay Justice Leo Madras.
Yes po,
So,
opo.
where did you hold office then? Doon sa RTC or doon na sa yung bagong building doon sa may Ecolan?
Doon na po sa bagong building sa Ecolan, pagpasok ko.
That's nice. Oh, so, maganda rin palang background mo, no? And do you think there was a pressure on you at that time na, oy, kani abogada, dapat mo daog yun ni, kani abogada, dapat bright yun ni, dapat maayo yun ihang tubag sa mga pangutana. Was there a little bit of pressure on your part being a lawyer when you joined Mutya?
Yes, actually, grabe ang pressure, attorney. Because when I first joined, hindi ko naman talaga yan inisip. Kaya I just want to do what I want at that time. Pero of course, nung nakasali na ako, yan ang first na marinig mo sa mga tao na feedback, di ba? So, always ko yan naririnig. So, grabe, nape-pressure na ako every time I go out na parang ganyan, na parang, there's a need to show off kasi nga lawyer daw, ganyan.
Yes.
So, I think that was my problem then when I joined the first time.
Okay. And fast forward, 2026, you were already part of the court. No? How challenging is it na, to perform your duty as the Sinag of Davao?
Okay naman po. Actually, since very understanding ang City Tourism Office, they really take care naman of not just me, of us, of all the 5 of us. So, para sa akin, they're very considerate na knowing na I need to do my work talaga, Mondays to Fridays. But if I have time or on leave ako or other things, I make it up to them naman by really saying yes to all engagements na pwede naman talaga. Actually, personally, I don't say no as long as may available time talaga ako. I know it's a duty. So, kahit tired ka, kahit wala kang tulog or anything, you show up and you do well. Ganon.
And siguro yung iba nakakausap mo na rin, yung patapos na, although matagal pa naman, no? Pero darating din yan. Paano ba yung parang mamimiss mo or ano ba yung gusto mong ipatuloy or anong gusto mong legacy if ever that you will be turning over the reins to the 2027 Mutya Court?
Yes, actually, I'm very glad na natapos na yung meeting namin with Sir Will sa City Tourism Office kasi napag-usapan na talaga namin yung advocacy namin. So, we're planning to have a caravan. So, hindi pa ako makaka-divulge ng information but hopefully, ma-startan na namin siya by August and tuloy-tuloy na para if ever magtapos na yung at if ever kasi mangyayari naman talaga after mapass na yung crown, yes, tapos na ang reign. Since na-startan na, it would be easier to continue it kahit hindi ka na reigning queen. So,
yes, we have many reigning queens, di ba, Carlo? Like Hanch Picho na active pa rin. And shout out pala kay Sir Will, no? Very, very supportive siya, no? Especially to us media and to the candidates. Parang well accepted siya. And hopefully it will bode well for the tourism industry dito sa ating City of Davao and the environs. Kasi aside from the siguro the places, importante yung people. Yes, people like you and me, like as beautiful as you, no? So, panabuyag. And ano kayang by the way, what's your advocacy nga for this Sinag ngayon?
Yes, it's called Batang May Boses program po. So it's focused more on legal literacy campaigns in schools and barangays. So I would talk about children's rights and their obligations as well. Kasi I've learned na hindi dapat rights lang ituro mo because children ngayon is very assertive na din naman, which is a good thing. So we should remind them of their limitations as well.
As we all know, being a lawyer and the Philippines being part of the international community, meron tayong mga human rights, mga international law like the rights of the child, that they have to play, that to a parent, no, safety, lang ganon. So, being a lawyer na anong masasabi mo ngayon? Medyo medyo touchy yung sa mga violence ng mga kabataan, no, doon sa saan ba yun, sa Tacloban, sa Cavite, na may barilan, may nasaksak. How would you guide or educate our children, our minors right now, on how to, hindi naman siguro natin ma-eradicate yung violence, but minimize or respect one another?
Yes, actually, it's a very sad thing talaga, no? Nung I first heard about it, grabe, sunod-sunod yung mga ganun na issues, ganun na news. So, that's one of the things na ma-focus din sa aking talk sa Batang May Boses program, because I have said, actually, if you listen sa mga interviews din na naglabasan before, ang cause din, one of the causes kung bakit nagawa nila yun is bullying daw.
Yes,
so that's why I also focus on the causes. So bakit nagiging violent ang children? So hopefully, as I've said, na you don't just teach them their rights, kay assertive na nga sila ngayon, we also teach them the limitations, kay for them to know what's right and wrong then. Because as I have experience, kasi as you mentioned, sir, kay Hana, Mutia Hana, meron siyang pinapatuloy na advocacy. So meron silang ginawa doon sa Padre Pios.
Okay.
So na-invite din ako doon. So nag-talk ako, and meron kaming open portion na question and answer. And doon nakita ko talaga na ang questions ng children is about violence, then about bullying. So it's a good thing that you talk about these things para mag-guided sila. Kay they don't know na, they thought na, I'm entitled to this, I will do this, ganon. So it's a good thing na napapag-usapan yan. So that's one of the things na gina-goal namin sa aking advocacy din po.
Well said, no? I don't know if you are aware, Kadang Pancarlo and Kompanyera, di ba meron parang programa yung ating DSWD, yung parang tinuturuan yung parents how to be responsible parents. I just forgot the law and the program, but sa tingin mo kaya yung may pagkukulang din yung ibang parents natin, kasi parang dysfunctional daw, hiwalay na, tapos ang parents pa ang pabadlong, no? So do you think that we also have to educate the parents at the same time when we educate our youth and our children?
Yes, it's very important na guided talaga ang children ng kanilang parents, kasi yan yung isa sa nakita namin na causes more on parang feeling ng children na napapabayaan sila, although kahit maintindihan naman talaga natin na busy talaga ang parent, but it does not mean na pabayaan lang ang children na kasi pinapasok sa school, bahala na ang teacher. So, one of the things na goal namin is during sa caravans, we also invite the parents for them to know as well, for them to guide their own children talaga. Kahit gaano tayo ka-busy, we really need to make time para i-discipline nating children, to make them feel important, para ang kanilang emotional well-being then is being taken care of talaga.
There you go. That's the first part of the
Yeah.
interview. No?
Oo.
Very
Exciting.
deep kayo
Mhm.
discussion between the regarding sa atong mga youth today.
Mm-mm.
So,
Maganda rin
ayan.
pala yung advocacy niya, no? Yung Batang May Boses. No? I think that's maganda yan na kahit na siguro, yun nga, matapos na yung reign nila at mapatuloy nila ito, and together with the advocacy of Hana Piccio, na ma-mold din natin, mag-guide din natin yung ating mga youth and children na medyo hindi man ma-eliminate, ma-minimize natin yung violence ng mga kabataan.
Yeah. Although naman goy uban na nabuhat naman gyud, because as we all know that some of the advocacies is quite redundant to be specific, but still syempre naay nagpadayon naman pod.
Yeah.
Bisan there are wala may title kay nahuman man good, and in the past they never forget what their advocacies were, as what we can remember that Rebecca Gail Celis had told to us and to the na kung na feeling nato nga di nato kaya, remember, do not forget your why, and
Yeah.
never forget why you had joined that such competition, because you have an advocacy. And just like the rest of the former title holders,
Yeah.
put your advocacy into heart. Dili ka magpa-advocacy for the show. Kay
Yeah.
lain na ba kaayo kay ang uban nag-aapas ra sila sa kagwapa sa premyo but it's not. Kay
Yeah.
once you made an advocacy and once you made a promise, dili na nimo na nabuhian kay mao na nakabuhi na kagpulong ana attorney.
Yeah, I think siguro maganda rin yan later on kasi alam natin may mga redundancy, may paulit-ulit. Makakatulong din siguro yung City Tourism Office through Sir Will, no, na parang i-guide din sila. Tapos yung katulad sa amin sa kooperatiba na may succession planning kasi hindi naman forever siguro na magagawa yan ng ating mga mutya title holders. They may move to other places, they get married, or they get busy with their work, or they go shift into other directions. So, meron talagang parang mapapasahan at merong tumatanggap na mapatuloy itong mga magagandang advokasya. Not only for the city of Davao and the environs, but maybe for the whole country as an example siguro. Maganda rin yan siya, CD.
Alright. So before we continue with the second part, we will have a short break muna because daghan tag ng mga syempre pangutana from Attorney Blue to our Sinag ng Davao when we return. Please stay with us.
This program is brought to you by Montefrio Garden Resort, your Highland escape.
Ventosa Law Office of Attorney Jose Vicente C. Ventosa III. For appointments, please call 0922 Ventosa or 0922-83-68672. Colors Flower Shop, Rigodon West for wellness, events, sports, and trainings.
Watch Attorney Blue Ventosa every Saturday night in the program, The Attorney Blue Show, 7 p.m. every Saturday night at Davao Lawyer Facebook page and Davao Lawyer YouTube channel.
Hi everybody, my name is Alexa Rhoda and I am your Miss Earth Australia 2025 and we are here with Kadang Pang Live with Carlo Delier.
Alright, and we're back.
Yes, this is episode 22 of ABCD, July 19, 2026. Ayan. And this is AB, Attorney Blue Ventosa, and
CD, Carlo Dolier, and of course,
Alright, so-
we continue with our second part. Nalata sa final stretch, no? This is the second part of the Q&A of Attorney Blue with Sinag ng Davao 2026, Attorney Christine Joy Bermudo Yu.
Yes, so we'll speak about more on some laws. No, siguro as a lawyer, you're also aware of the Safe Spaces Act
Yes.
and our anti-bullying law. Of course, yung luma natin, yung anti-sexual harassment law, Republic Act 7877 of 1995. So parang sinasabi kasi ng iba, parang kulang daw yung ating anti-bullying law kasi parang sa school-based lang. Yun naman ating Safe Spaces Act are confined to the workplace, to training and education. So parang dapat daw na parang comprehensive. Ano kaya sa tingin mo na pwede nating i-suggest sa Kongreso or kahit na hindi baguhin yung batas na pwede natin ma-implement more to further your advocacy yung mga para sa kabataan at sa minors?
Yes, actually, attorney, I believe na hindi naman lacking or ang ating laws. Sufficient naman siya. It's just that on the execution, on the implementation. Kasi nga, although ang anti-bullying is sa school, meron mo tayong child abuse, which is applicable sa lahat naman talaga. So, I think one of the things talaga is information dissemination and as to the execution talaga and implementation para ma-address itong mga concerns na ganyan.
Okay, can you cite examples or give us yung mga instances na kung saan lugar na kayo nakapunta and sino kasama nyo at ano ng mga activities or projects ang ongoing or natapos na so far?
Yung sa akin palang personally is yung na-try ko sa Padre Pius Home for the Children. So yun, napag-usapan namin ang rights of the children. Nag-touch din kami on anti-bullying, yan, Safe Spaces Act, napag-usapan din namin yan. And of course, legal counseling. And sa other things, more on, kasi ako, pro bono, yung mga lumalapit sa akin, ganyan, nakakausap ko, binibigyan ko talaga sila ng time, kahit online, kahit hindi personal, yan siya. As to ongoing projects pa, yan, we're planning na gawing school-to-school caravans and sa mga barangays na kahit hindi dito sa city lang, I mean sa downtown, lalabas din talaga kami. And somewhere, kahit malayo na, ganyan. So, yan, we're planning to do it.
Yeah, we know we have 182 barangays.
Yes.
And napakalaki ng Davao City. At meron pa tayong mga lugar na, yun, hindi pa nga na-register yung birth, wala internet, sunod, wala kayo yung mga education, wala healthcare. So, mas, I would really commend, no, na maantuan ninyo na. Then, maski makita lang nila ang, not only the beautiful faces like you and intelligent, ang kanang ma-feel nila ang kanang ang tabang, ang concerns sa atong syudad, sa atong government, no, kay especially the children. I have a question, no, kaning sa ato ang pangilinan lo sa atong CICL, no, kay daghan man gud mag-unsa nga nagsulti nga dapat ba nating babaan kasi di ba ngayon it's 17 and below, 15, 16 and 17 kung may discernment they have to face the cases, but before sa ating batas is 9 years old and below yung criminal liability, no, although may civil liability yung ating mga parents. In your personal opinion, kailangan bang babaan natin itong mga threshold ng 15, 16 or 17, balik tayo sa 9, 10 or 12, or do we maintain those age but give more education and be more proactive, no? Na para ma-prevent siguro or ma-minimize itong mga resback, no? Itong mga ganyan na sabihin na lang, yung iba baka palusot na lang nila, kinabuli sila, pero meron talaga silang mga ibang mga ulterior motives, no? So, what's your take on that, Miss Sinag?
Actually, I'm open po with conducting studies na babaan ang threshold. Not naman para ikulong ang children, but yung threshold on without discernment and with discernment. Kasi as we evolve talaga, no, ngayon more on aware naman kasi ang students and children because of social media. So, yan, we need to consider na because of the changes of the times, siguro dapat explore din natin na nag-evolve na din ang children. Hindi na sila as innocent as before. Yan, hindi talaga siya maiwasan. So, I think we need to explore that possibility, no, na babaan din talaga ang threshold.
Okay. So, I'm down to the last few questions on our difficult round. Easy round pa din. Kasi, here in Davao City, meron ba tayong data with regards sa mga ating mga minors or school children with regards to violence or bullying? Do we have data from the DepEd or the city schools?
I believe meron po talaga tayong data. Hindi pa lang ako nag-reach out doon to get it. Pero it's very important to know then, to get the data para mag-guided kami sa gagawin namin in the future.
Yes. Do you think na makakatulong yung parang limitahan or bawalan yung ating mga children or minors? Because I know some other countries like Spain ba or France, basta minor, or Australia ba ito nga, dili sila makagamit silang gadgets or cellphone if they're they cannot just open the accounts. Do we have to go to that extreme considering mga Pilipinos grabe kayo mag social media? Sa imong take ana?
Ako I don't think na we need to go there na talaga na parang kamay na bakal na tayo dito kay what's more important is i-guide ang children kasi hindi naman pwede na i-block natin sila lahat na bawal ang social media, bawal ang phones. Kay they need to improve then. Yeah. It's not just naman sa social media nila yan makuha. It's everywhere. So it's better for them to know and know their limitations so that marunong na sila how to handle it, how to navigate the social media, ganun.
Mm-hmm. Do you have any other questions?
In relation to in addition to what they were saying, is, of course, di man nato ikalimot attorneys na ang environment ra ba sa palibot, cause kung asa nagdako ang environment, it will stay on forever. Pero there are times that we can change naman. Especially kay naman sa mga kanto, we cannot deny kay yaman siguro rampant ang mga crimes that we already aware of, including mga riot. But syempre, giya na lang sa atong kaugalingon kung dili madalas syempre sa atong mga ginikanan kay I hate to say this but tolerable na kaayo in the recent years, no? Kay marag naanad na sila sa ingani na environment, attorney.
Yeah, oo.
Dili na ikailimot, attorney.
Siguro, for me, we can kita man ang hamtong, kita man ang models, kita ang tanaw sa atong mga kabataan. Siguro, medyo mag-jeta-jeta po siguro tagamay sa atong social media. Aside from jeta sa magpapayat, no? Kaning ato ang mga pamalikas, siguro, no? Then, as a member of the Gender Development Committee sa among kooperatiba, yung respeto not only for the both male and female but the other genders and sexes, then based na kanang walay diskriminasyon sa religion, sa ato ang physical or mental or educational attainment. By the way, to segue to a lighter mode na. No? Okay, medyo bugat na kayo. I will ask you, what is the difference between biological and environmental?
Biological and environmental? Siguro, for example na lang po sa upbringing, paano ba to? Sa upbringing ng child, siguro, meron talagang parang, kumbaga, kung masama ang ugali niya, yan, biological talaga. Or nakuha niya ba sa ano. Pero if ang environment niya is okay naman, kaya talaga mag-change. Kay, kuwari, ginadisiplina talaga siya. So, eventually, mawala din yung, manotice niya, aware na siya that yung ginagawa niya is not good. So, ma-change yan siya eventually. So, I think important talaga ang environment factor.
75. Okay lang. Kasi yung aking supposed to be a joke, no? Oo, okay. Kung ako, amahan ko, ang akong anak, liwat sa kuha, biological. Oo. Pero kung liwat sa silingan, environmental. But anyway, ganun siguro. Do you have any, do you play any sports or what physical fitness regime do you employ? Kay murag, maintain man kayo ni mong physique.
I actually do running. Sasali din ako soon sa Davao City Trail Ultra na
okay, wow. Pila ka K man na siya?
Para 5K lang ang
5K lang.
Kasi may kasama kasi ako. So, ayoko siya manibago ba na parang, 12K agad, gano'n.
Ako, 21K.
Oh my God.
21K ang akong sobrang bugat ba na kwaunon pa. So, ano yan, gabi or umaga?
Ang Trail Ultra is umaga po.
Okay.
Pero when I run, pwede gabi after work or very early before work. So, nag 5 to 10K ako anytime.
Ano yun? Strada ba yun? Yung virtual run na parang hindi sila doon pero parang nasa bahay lang. Pwede ba sa treadmill lang ba ito?
Yes, pwede naman po. Kay na masyado ang tracker yung Strava. Tinatrack niya kung gaano kalayo na ang na-run mo. So, i-upload mo lang yan. Kaya, mayroon nang uso ang virtual runs ngayon.
Yeah, di ba sino ito? Si Dana? Yung kanilang natapos na ba yun? Tapos na yun. Kasi I have some friends also that have this running. And by the way, I'd like to plug yung aming apps, no? Yung One Feel Sports, yung aming ginagawa kasi yung sa mga kooperatiba, meron tayong mga pang-booking para sa pickleball, basketball, table tennis. But hopefully, it's still on the beta stage, no? Baka sa next natin ng mga episodes, ipapromote natin
Yes,
ito. Then,
sige.
magtulong kami sa inyo ng mga pa-download.
Sige,
Ano natin.
go.
Yes. Do you have any other questions, Kadang Pancarlo?
Technically,
Yes.
attorney, humana ka sa imong mga...
Ay, oo. Basta mga abogado, pasensya na yun. Tabian yung kaayo Kadang Pancarlo. Yes. Ayan.
Kaya ang extra nga pangutana
Yes.
na ibayad.
Oo, tapos sa pagit karon ka ng outside the office, double pay. Okay, sige.
So anyway, thank you so much, attorney, for
Yes.
your questions. Alright, mao na to ang kinatibukan sa tuang interview with Attorney Blue and Attorney Christine Joy
Yeah.
Bermudo.
So, naanagid siya. Na-amaze siya sa joke.
Na-loading yun siya.
Loading yun siya. But she
So
was
good.
really, really game and very, very spontaneous. And just really smart. And of course, pretty, CD.
Yes. And of course, mao kadto ang kinatibuk-an sa episode 22 nato kay kapaspas na ba ang ato ang oras.
Nakapos na po ng oras. Paspas kayo.
Yeah. But before we go, of course, we cannot leave our program without a Bible verse raba from the Bible. Kay importante ra ba yan ni what's with a successful episode without a Bible verse? Coming from John chapter 6 verse 51, and it says, I am the living bread that came down from heaven. Whoever eats this bread will live forever. This bread is my flesh, which I will give for the life of the world. Yan. So, mao to no ang atuang food for thought for this
Yes.
week's episode. And of course, ayaw kalimting ato nang iampo ang atuang mga kaigsunan nga nitaliwan sa kalibutan, ilabi na katong mga nawad-an og kinabuhi sa bagway lamang landslide. We pray na unta maka hatag og igong kusog sa atuang mga kaigsunan, luyo nga dili mapugngan, dili ma-predict kung unsa na pod kay sunod-sunod na baya ang ulan ug ang kalamidad.
Daming natural calamities, but we'll continue to pray for the safety and welfare of our fellow Filipinos.
Yes. So happy Sunday, happy weekend kaninyong tanan. We end our ABCD episode 22 by greeting mabuhay o madayaw. See you next week.
Bye-bye.
This program is brought to you by Montefrio Garden Resort, your Highland escape.
Ventosa Law Office of Attorney Jose Vicente C. Ventosa III. For appointments, please call 0922 Ventosa or 0922-83-68672. Colors Flower Shop, Rigodon West for wellness, events, sports, and trainings.